great day, everyone. Sapienta edificat. Wisdom builds. This is your friendly edtech mentor, Ma'am Bless Herrera Agapito, who's invited to discuss something about cybersecurity. The objectives of the webinar are the following. The participants are expected to demonstrate an understanding about the fundamental ICT concepts, 2. Increase the level of awareness about cybersecurity and cybercrimes, 3. Identify the best practices for staying safe on the web, and 4. Demonstrate positive values and responsible use of ICT as digital citizens. So for your intellectual discussion, is cybersecurity everyone's concern? Is cybersecurity a crucial issue in the 21st century, and must it be embedded in our culture? Since the invention of the internet, people around the world relied heavily on it and has become a very convenient source of information, communication, and technology. Experts say internet security primarily depends on the user himself and not even so much on his technical skills, but on his responsibility and understanding of what he possesses, such as his electronic assets and what he faces to lose. So how many gadgets do you have and how many apps do you use or download? Think about this. How pervasive are these computers in our modern lives today? Can you just imagine that out of the 7.9 billion people around the world today, about 4.72 billion are now online? So that means that 6 in every 10 people alive on Earth today now use the internet. There are more than 3.8 billion smartphone users in the world, with 89 million social media users in the Philippines alone in January 2021. According to the TechJury NetBlog, an individual who owns a smartphone has an average of 40 apps installed in his or her phone. So how much of our time on a daily basis is spent online and uses gadgets and software or apps? From the moment we wake up in the morning and grab our phone to turn off the alarm and start and prepare for work or attend online classes, and even during mealtime, when one gets hungry, one gets to use food delivery using their mobile apps like Foodpanda or GrabFood just to get access to the food that you want to eat. So the digital joys that we enjoy using the internet range from e-commerce, shopping, online games, communication, social networking, education, and plenty of sources of information in the World Wide Web. So with all these human activities and digital joys that we enjoy in the cyberspace, it is really mind-boggling that data is growing exponentially with no end in sight. We have provided all our service providers with our information. World's data has exploded and continues to grow at a mind-boggling rate. It is projected that by 2025, it will reach 175 zettabytes. But what if your computer suddenly stops, all the files were deleted, photos, videos, documents, and other data can no longer be retrieved? Does this sound horrible? The World Economic Forum posted this question: what if a cyber attack took over a government's IT network, bringing an entire nation to its feet. Can this happen? Is digital apocalypse or cyber apocalypse or digital meltdown in the cyberspace possible? So since the cyberspace is the complex environment resulting from the interaction of people and software and services on the internet, technology devices and networks connected to it are of course vulnerable to threats and risk. So a cyber attack is an assault launched by cybercriminals in using one or more computers against a single or multiple computers or network. A cyber attack can maliciously disable computers, steal data, or use breach computers as a launch point for other attacks. Cybercriminals use a variety of methods to launch a cyber attack, so including malware, phishing, ransomware, denial of service, among others. So as digital citizens, we value our computer privacy. Computer privacy is preventing unauthorized people from getting hold of computers stored transmitted information that they should not have. So Facebook account using your password or fake website to hack your data are among the issues related to privacy. So as provided for in the document by International Electrotechnical Commission or ISO IEC 27032, this provides guidance for improving the state of cybersecurity, drawing out the unique aspects of that activity and its dependencies on the other security domains, in particular, information security, network security, internet security, and critical information infrastructure protect. So in this document, cybersecurity is defined as the preservation of confidentiality, integrity, and availability of information in the cyberspace. On the other hand, the Philippines enacted in 2012 the Cybercrime Prevention Act, known as Republic Act Number 10175. This defines cybersecurity as the collection of tools, policies, risk management approaches, actions, training, best practices, assurance, and technologies that can be used to protect the cyber environment and organization and users' assets. So now that you know the meaning of cybersecurity, there are several questions for us to wit. 1. Can your identity be used by others? 2. How safe are your online data? 3. Which is more important, privacy or national security? And with all these things happening around the world, do you really need to know the importance of cybersecurity? Computing comes with security risks and threats. So let us define what are computer risks. These refer to potential problems that can occur which are generally physical and environmental and not network or internet-based. These are data loss, hardware failure, the extreme hot and cold weather, of course short circuit brought about by water spillage, and electric spikes. So it would be easier to address computer risk. For example, do you turn off your computer or PC during a thunderstorm or lightning? Do you know that it can cause electric spikes if your computer components are plugged in when a lightning strikes or there's a sudden increase in voltage? On the other hand, a threat is an active human-caused potential for harm. These are malware, virus, worm, exploit or bug, adware, Trojan horse, and ransomware. The absence of an antivirus software can make your computer vulnerable to these threats. A malware, for example, is a malicious software. In 2021, 74% of organizations experienced malware activity that spread from one employee to another. As of January 2021, Google detected around 600 to 800 malware-infected sites per week. On the other hand, phishing sites are now an incredibly popular attack method. Phishing is a type of social engineering attack often used to steal user data, including login credentials and credit card numbers. It occurs when an attacker masquerading as a trusted entity dupes a victim into opening an email or instant message or text message. So be aware of any piece of software, malicious or not, that displays advertisement on the computer. People use the word adware to refer to this malicious software that shows deceptive ads, flashing pop-up windows, large banners, and full-screen autoplay commercials within the web browser. Spyware, on the other hand, is a software program that collects information about a user through the user's internet connection without their knowledge, and this information can be given to another entity. The internet, being the most widely used communication network of the 21st century, where cyber criminals who can make easy money made use of email-based scams. Email security became more critical than ever, especially during these pandemic times. The effects of global pandemic made cyber criminals more active as people experienced anxiety and stress and resorted to virtual interaction. Cyber criminals take advantage of the presence of inexperienced, anxious remote workers and students. According to Graphus AI website, phishing-related cybercrimes rose to more than 600% in 2020, and dubious emails, estimated to be around 6 billion fake emails, were sent to businesses daily. So in order to avoid being tricked and lose a lot of money to scammers, here are some of the most common examples of email-based scams. One, we have the advanced fee fraud scam that will require you to send a fee in advance in exchange for estate money or lottery or a bank account that you have totally forgotten. Another one is the Nigerian 419. 419, why? Because it violated the penal code 419 of Nigeria. So this email, again, will request you to send a fee in advance and promises a large reward for helping government official move money to a financial institution or bank. The work-at-home job scam is an email that offers actual job in return for a sum of money, while the canceled account where scammers create official-looking email of business organizations or service providers requesting for your login credentials. While the charity fraud scam asks for donation to fake charities or organization. And the CEO fraud scam is where the scammer poses as an officer or CEO of the company and targets the person who holds the money and requests that person to transfer funds to the fake CEO. Affinity frauds target members of unidentifiable groups like the elderly, religious, or ethnic communities, or even professional groups. The fraudsters will pretend to be a member of the group by also enlisting another respected member of that group and convince someone to a fraudulent investment. Senior citizens are often targeted for identity theft since they are perceived as being more susceptible to certain scams like insurance schemes, investment scams, and health scams. Under RA 10175 or Cybercrime Prevention Act of 2012, these are the punishable acts. Offenses against the confidentiality, integrity, and availability of computer data include illegal access, illegal interception, misuse of devices, data interference, system interference, and cyber squatting. While computer-related offenses include computer-related forgery, computer-related frauds, and computer-related identity theft. And lastly, the content-related offenses include cybersex, child pornography, unsolicited commercial communications, and cyber libel. With the different online platforms that people use during these pandemic times, the threat to our personal data brought by hacking continues to increase. Hacking is one of the most common types of cybercrimes. So hacking is punishable under these laws in the Philippines. Any person found violating the provisions of these laws will be subject to imprisonment or fine. Republic Act 11449, which expanded the Access Devices Regulation Act of 1998, Republic Act number 8792, or the Electronic Commerce Act of 2000, Republic Act number 10175, or the Cybercrime Prevention Act of 2012, and Republic Act number 10173, or the Data Privacy Act of 2012. Various agencies of the Philippine government like DICT or the Department of Information and Communications Technology, which is the primary planning and policy making, coordinating, implementing, and administrative entity of the executive branch of the government, is in charge of ICT development agenda. PNP or the Philippine National Police, on the other hand, has its cybersecurity and anti-cybercrime field units that conduct anti-crime or anti-cybercrime and cybersecurity intelligence activities, researches, investigation and prosecution, and the like. So the PNP Anti-Cybercrime Group advises the public to protect themselves from hackers and online scammers. Never send money or give credit card details, online account details, or copies of personal documents to anyone you don't trust. Avoid any arrangement with stranger that ask for upfront payment via money order, wire transfer, international funds transfer, preloaded card or electronic currency, and do not agree to transfer money for someone else. Money laundering is a criminal offense. Seek independent advice from someone you know and trust if in doubt. The PNP Anti-Cybercrime Group further advises us that if someone is claiming to be from a particular organization, verify the identity of the contact by calling the relevant organization directly. Find them through an independent source such as a phone book or online search. Do not use the contact details provided in the message sent to you. Do an internet search using the names, contact details, or exact wording of the letter. Email to check for any references to a scam. Many scams can be identified this way. And if you think it's a scam, don't respond. Scammers will use a personal touch to play on your emotions to get what they want. So always think before you click.